ready to talk about sales? I'm excited to be able to share with you some of the wisdom and lessons learned, right? We all have lessons learned. Today, we're going to be talking about how a prosperity mindset is key to your sales, how this prosperity mindset really shifts how you think about your sales, how it shifts your thinking about what you can give others, because everything you're doing, everything that you're serving is for them to have a prosperous, abundant, full life, whether it's be that you're teaching them how to be great leaders or about how to have a calm life with their family, whether it's about how to plug in the dikes so they don't overflow. Whatever you teach or do, one of the things that's really important that you have to recognize is that you're giving value and that you're making their lives better because of it, and that you have a way that you want to lift them up. You want to give them your information because what you do is valuable. And what's really important is before you even start asking for the business is adjusting your own mindset so that you can say your numbers with ease and joy and great gratitude, that you can be able to confidently communicate your skills, your know-how, your wisdom, and ask for the money that you really want to receive for that. Not just the little bit, but the abundance of the prosperity. So today I wanted to really talk to you what that prosperity mindset consists of. There are three things. That one, prosperity mindset means that you are aware and appreciating and knowing what money does for you. So this, and I'll go to a little bit deeper, but this is the first part. To appreciate what money does for you is a key ingredient of having a strong prosperity mindset in sales. Number two is to enjoy having money discussions about lessons you learned, about tips you've gained, to be able to receive that information and have a lot of fun enjoying it, to move from a sense of victimhood and pain to one of celebration and enjoyment, so that you can learn and grow and you can share your wisdom, especially when it comes around money. The third thing is to have fun playing with money. And a lot of times people make money serious business, when in fact a great prosperity mindset comes from joy, comes from celebration, comes from knowing that there's so much good that you can do, so much good that you can enjoy, so many amazing opportunities that you can share with the world. So let's start first with appreciating what money does for you. What does money do for you? Now, if you were with me right in front, and I'm going to ask you to do it right now, what I'm going to tell you to do is list 10 things right now that money does for you. And I want you to read, I appreciate that money does this for me. So some of your 10 might mean, I appreciate that money provides me with the financial ability to pay for a roof over my head. That's great. I appreciate that money allows me to buy the kind of food that I really enjoy eating. I appreciate that money allows me to buy education, to invest in courses that help me grow. I appreciate that money allows me to be generous to my family, to my friends, that I'm able to buy them gifts. I appreciate that money allows me to have internet, lights, that I can have electricity to do what I need to do. When you start writing your appreciations of what money does for you, you begin to shift your own beliefs and sometimes negative beliefs about money. You begin to really see that money is just a vehicle that allows you to appreciate things that you have in your life. I mean, seriously, aren't you grateful that you can spend money so the you're not walking around naked in the cold? That's really good. And it doesn't matter how much money, it's that you have money that can do these things to support you to live a full, rich, wonderful life. So write 10 things down that you appreciate what money does for you. Then you take another piece of paper and you write another 10 things down of what to appreciate what money does for your community. So I appreciate that money allows us to have great streets. I appreciate that money allows me to get on a bus. I appreciate it because somebody's taxes or whatever is paying for us to be able to get on transportation. I appreciate that money allows me to get the kind of health services that I need and want to have, the level of it, that it's available to all. I appreciate that money allows my community to have street lights. So when you start really recognizing all the things that money does for your community, you elevate your own sense of energy and joy around money. And it's really important for you to get this, because sometimes when people start talking about money issues, one of the challenges that they have is they are it's as though they think this is not how the universe has always worked. Well, there is always value. There was always value and exchange value since the time of cavemen, right? Uh, Exchanging this stick or this stone for that bead was an exchange of money. It's just an energy exchange. Later on in agriculture, it was, I'm going to barter these chickens for your horse. It was an exchange. It's a sense of energy that's giving. And now that energy is in Bitcoin, it's in dollars, it's in euros. That's just an energy exchange. But you have to appreciate that exchange. You have to appreciate that it exists. You have to appreciate that all of this doesn't even come from, this is part of what the divine, the spirit, the source, higher power, however you want to, infinite intelligence, how energy, matter, however you want to describe it, it's an exchange of energy. And it's really important that you understand and appreciate it. This is critical to your money mindset. It's also critical for your money mindset when you're communicating people about the exchange that you want to have between what you're offering and what you're receiving. It's really important that you appreciate that exchange because it's fabulous. You want to also enjoy having money discussions about lessons learned. Now, I will tell you that this has been in my past life, this was very hard for me to have discussions about money, or to attend an investment class, or to listen to somebody that was really great about how to manage money, because what I was doing was not having a discussion with a human that was educating or inspiring me or telling me how to do it, or that was just sharing their story. What I was doing was having an inner discussion of my head about how I wasn't doing so great, how I wasn't doing so, uh, that I was a failure, that I was a victim, that I was a loser. Yeah, they have it. They make it so easy because they have the money. I had those discussions in my head. So I didn't even listen to the lessons. I didn't even hear, even when I was reading, I didn't hear what was being given to me on a silver platter, because my mind wasn't in a place of prosperity. My mind was in a place of lack. My mind was in a place of pity and victimhood. And I had to begin to have shifts and different concept about prosperity and what that was. I had to have enjoyment and create some, like I said before, appreciation, but enjoyment about money discussions. And so the best way to do that is start throwing yourself into places where you could have those discussions. So I started attending different groups that were talking about money. I went into courses that they were talking about money. I actually started showing up. There's a saying that, show up, the mind will follow. And the more I was showing up, the more my mind started to follow, and the more my mind started to shift, and my mind started to change. I started listening to people like Bob Proctor and Randy Gage and people, there's so many people, Catherine Ponder, who talk about money and have these discussions with ease and grace. And that's what you want to do, is you want to be surrounded by people who don't, who are enjoying talking about money. You know, Warren Buffett, you want to listen to him because he enjoys talking about money. And maybe in your family, there was no joy around money. Maybe in your own life, there's no joy about money. Well, you want to take full responsibility and have joy about money. You want to have pure bliss about money. It's such a delicious way for you to grow your concept of self and develop your prosperity mindset, to enjoy having that. Oh, you want to have fun with fun playing with money. Now, your mind does not know whether you're playing with real money, whether you're real, or whether it's play money. So your mind doesn't know, but your mind and your whole attitude will change. So I highly recommend that, here, look at that. This is $100 bills, $100 bills. And so when you talk about it, you're able to play with money going 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, $1,000. This is what $1,000 looks like. You start playing with it and you get used to having it. So, and this is really important for you to enjoy and have fun playing with money. For me, it's not only playing with money like this, but I learned a long time ago to play with, bigger bills, to have bigger bills. It's how do I, okay, yeah, $1 million. So to have $1 million and to go, oh, 1 million, 2 million. Whoops. Uh-oh, I ripped up a, no. Okay, well, no problem. I'll go on to the next and be able to have money that you can be playing with. Now, here's something important about playing with money. There's also, you play with money with joy. So you play with money with your children. You just order play money on Amazon. You go to a local store, get play money, and you start playing with money. Start looking at it. You also make sure that in your wallet you have play money, so that during the day you're stopping at a light, you just, you could play, you could count, you can enjoy the process. The more you enjoy this process, the more your energy communicates that. The other piece about that, I always invite people to play the $77,000 a day game, whereby you write in a book $77 a day, and you have to spend, because every day you're going to get $77,000. How are you going to spend that $77,000? So just get a book and you start just writing, $77,000, and you start making the list of how are you going to spend that money on a daily basis. This expands your mind. You end up having fun with thinking about all the things, which is elevating your perspective of money. It's shifting how you think. It's shifting where you're going. And this is so important for you. So I want to make sure that you understand that prosperity, the key thoughts are about appreciating what money does for you, enjoying and having money discussions and lessons learned, and have fun playing with money, because this helps you in your sales. For those of you who are experts, speakers, uh, influencers, have a side hustle that you want to grow your business, that you want to grow yourself, you want to have these thoughts and ideas, just know that on October 20th to the 22nd is our virtual Power Women gathering with women expert speakers and authorities. And I'm inviting you to go to Power Women Gathering, register, become part of it, because we're going to have even more discussions and more joy. Remember that I am here and I am committed to women being bold, brave, seen, heard, and paid well. Look forward to seeing you next week when I'm able to talk to you about how you can be bold, brave, seen, and heard.